Section 6.5 is solving percent problems. In the textbook, they have a wonderful set of instructions with a triangle and 3 different formulas. Well, I'm going to simplify that form for you in what I call worth the price of admission, and give you a formula that's universal for all 3 in just one nice little formula. It's called is over of percent over the 100. And they'll never give you the 100. That's why it's a slightly different color in both of these. They won't give you that in the setup. But this formula works for all percent problems, period. Don't need 3, 1. So let's see how this will plug in. So here's problem number 1. It says 27 is. So if we're setting up our problem, remember they never give you the 100, so I'm going to just plug that in as a different color here. So we have 27 is on top. Percents always go over 100. Of is blank. So that's what we're looking for. Okay, so we're going to be cross multiplying and divide here. So we have these ratios, so we're going to cross multiply. So 27 times 100 divided by 50 is going to give us 54. So x then is 54. Okay, the setup is the key to these. So this next one, again, they'll never give you the 100. So I'm going to plug that in as a slightly different color because they're only going to give you 3 things. There's only 3 things in the problem. So blank is. So is the missing one. 60%. 60%. Percents always go over 100. Of 80. Ofs are on the bottom. Okay, so now we're cross multiplying and divide. So 6 times 8 is 48. 2 zeros is 4,800. Divided by 100 is going to give us 48. So x is 48. See how this is working? Okay. Again, next problem. Never give you the 100. Plug it in. You don't have to change colors. I just do it to show you. So I'm looking for blank percent. So the percent is blank. Of 200, ofs are on the bottom, is 150. Okay, so what do they do to 100 or 200 to get 100? They divide it by 2, so I can do that to the top, do it to the bottom, just another slightly different way to do the same problem. And I'm going to get 75. Going to cross multiply and divide. 100 times 150 divided by 200, still going to get me 75. Another different type of setup. Again, I'm trying to show you different types to do the same thing. Same formula. This formula should go in your notes. You're going to use it a lot. Okay, 96 is. Is are on top over here. 96. Blank percent. Percents are blank. Of 120. Ofs are on the bottom. Okay, so as the problem starts to get a little bit more complex, go ahead and use your calculator. So we have 96 times 100 equals 9600 divided by, correct, 120 gives me 80. See how this is working? Just plug it right on into the formula. Okay, they'll never give you the 100. So as they start throwing more and more interesting things at you, it's not going to change how we do the problem. Percents are always over 100. So 17.5 of 70. Ofs are on the bottom. Is blank. Is on the top, so that's the blank. So again, we're going to cross multiply and divide. 70 times 17.5 equals, divide by 100 equals 12.25, and so x is equal to 12.25. Okay, same procedure, just plug them in. No hundreds. Okay, 96 is on the top. Percent is blank this time, of 125. Okay, we have it set up. It goes in our formula really sweet. So now we're just going 96 times 100 equals, divide by 125, 76.8. And that's going to be the percent. It's okay to have a decimal percent, so we're fine with that. Don't worry about it that it's over the 100. I wanted to make sure we saw one of these because they're a little bit more fun to do. So let's scoot this up here so you can see it. So the rules aren't going to change any. So that's going to be the 100. So I have 5 1/8%. Percents are going to go over 100 of, on the bottom, right? 8 1/3 is blank, and they want it as a fraction answer. So we're going to have to do a little bit more work with this one because this is a little bit more fun. So I'm going to need to fix these. So I'm going to need to make these an improper fraction first. Our first step is to make these improper fractions. So 8 times 5 is 40 plus 1. I'm going to rewrite my setup here. So I have 41 over 8. Okay. 3 times 8 is 24 plus 1 would be 25 thirds. Didn't do anything with the x, didn't do anything with the hundreds. Okay. So remember, I have to cross multiply these. So I'm going to cross multiply, change colors here. So the rules is that it doesn't fit into the calculator. We're going to have to do it longhand. So we have 25 thirds. I know, that's a pain. 81 over 8. Okay, any number on the top with any number on the bottom? Doesn't look too good, does it? So, I'm going to have to multiply just straight across. 3 times 8 is 24. 25 times 41 equals 1,025 24ths. Okay, so now we're going to cross multiply and we're going to divide. So we're going to take our number here, 1025 24ths, and we're going to divide by 100. Well, whole numbers always go over 1, correct? So, change this here so you can see the paper. So we're going to flip this then. So we have 1025 over 24. This is exactly what we've done before. There's nothing new here. It's just big numbers. And then we're going to multiply straight across. We can reduce. We can take 25 into here. That might be just as simple to do that now. So this is going to be the equal then. There are 25s will go into here. Let's see. 41. Let's double check here. Don't want to lead you astray here. Yep. So 41. And so how many 4 here? So went in there 41 times. How many 25s in 100 is 4. 1 doesn't go into 24. It just doesn't help us any. So 1 times 41 is 41. 4 times 24 is 96. And we are reduced because we have already done a reducing before we multiply. Okay, so these are a little tricky. Need to make them improper fractions. Okay, cross multiply and divide. We've done it before. When we divide, remember, whole numbers go over 1, and then we do the reciprocal, multiply straight across, reducing whenever possible. We're getting our number. So then x then is going to be 41/92. They're fun little problems. Quite a little bit of work in those. Takes some time, but there's nothing complex. It just has to go through the steps just like what we did before. So in review, even though all the little triangles are in the book there, this is the same as what they're telling you in a simplified form. Is over of, percent over 100. Put it in the notes. We're going to use it again. Have fun with the homework.